Catalyco. Yes, it is my great pleasure to introduce you to Catalyco and a local supply chain for zinc oxide. Our goal is to develop a circular economy ecosystem and disrupt zinc oxide supply chain, reduce Europe's dependency on imported materials, and help industry to meet the sustainability goals. 40% of zinc oxide consumed in Europe is imported. At the same time, there are large amounts of zinc oxide containing waste from metallurgical industry, and its utilization is high energy cost consuming and costly. More than half of zinc oxide production is consumed in tire and rubber production, and it is irreplaceable for this industry, and the demand is on increasing trend. Zinc oxide is also an important material for catalysts and adsorbents. We can secure a local supply chain for zinc oxide by extracting it from metallurgical waste streams. We manufacture advanced zinc oxide products with unique characteristics and obtain added volume. Catalyco is using a proprietary wet precipitation method to separate the materials and obtain powders with unique characteristics and added volume. Our competitive advantage comes from the uniqueness of our method that recovers a superior material with low environmental impact. Our aim is to obtain sustainable production cost leadership for high-performance zinc oxide production. Recovering high-quality materials from zero-volume byproduct is unique in our approach. We have started tests with several industry partners and received positive results. Our zinc oxide already received technical confirmation from 4 customers, and we have ongoing projects with the major metallurgical company. So Catalyco manufactures advanced zinc oxide products from other industry waste streams. Our business model is a direct supply of zinc oxide products and licensing in designated territories. Today, we are facing new challenges with a global supply chain and set strong goals to reduce dependency on imported materials. Also, CO2 emissions from the whole product lifecycle becomes more costly each year. That is why using recovered materials is critical today. Zinc oxide is quite a big market. It is worth around 4 billion euros. The tire and rubber industry has the largest share, consuming 55%. And in few years, we estimate to obtain around 60 million euro market share. To this day, we have raised 800,000 from different funding sources and validated our technology and got customer traction. Now we are raising seed round investment to start active sales and generate revenues within 6 months. Next year, we plan to expand sales in North America and start operating our pilot production plant. In 2025, we expect to reach a production amount of 2,000 tons per year and 10 million in revenues. And we will make it thanks to our excellent team of keen entrepreneurs and experienced scientists, supported by an excellent advisory team. And we are already an international team with the main office in Riga, Latvia, and strong connections in Europe and US.
1 minute warning.
So we are raising 2 million euro seed round investment to start production with toll manufacturers and build our own pilot plant, increase our testing and sampling capacity to onboard new customers and secure our IP. So we are at the beginning of a great journey to change the zinc oxide industry towards sustainability. And if you are interested to be part of our journey, I encourage you to reach out to me and ask questions. Thank you.
It's certainly an interesting journey. While I bring the other investors in, my quick question would be, why is it taking so long to get to this point of raising a seed round? 4 or 5 years is kind of slow for a high growth startup.
Yes, but for deep tech, maybe it's not so slow. But also during that time, we have already pivoted, I would say, 2 times, adjusting our technology and finding the right business model.
Gabriel, you want to kick things off with questions?
Yeah, I'm curious about the technology. You mentioned that you were able to separate using a proprietary process the zinc oxide from the other materials. Can you get a little more into, and then, obviously there's stuff you can't share, but can you get a little deeper into how exactly you're doing that and what makes you unique?
So we are using a wet precipitation method, which is a common method in chemical industry. So we do not need any kind of specific equipment. We can use chemical industry standard equipment, but we have our own process and solutions what we use in our process for this separation.
And how did you develop those? Where did those come from? How unique are they?
So this was we are using one background technology which is open available, which was used for manufacturing catalysts, and this was developed by father and mother of our CTO, and we took one part from that catalyst manufacturing process, and this which is concerned about this part for preparation of the zinc oxide itself, and we improved it within Catalyco, and that is our technology. So that background technology is openly available, so we can use it as a background technology.
Okay, one question from my side. One of the strategic points next is securing the IP that you developed the last years. My question would be the increase of revenue you projected seems to be very steep. Like, how do you envision that to happen?
So this increase of revenues is, I would say, related to the market specifics, because if we start to supply to the rubber industry, they consume in thousands of tons this material. So, and our kind of revenue and supply increase up to like next 5 years is just reaching the amounts of one small rubber manufacturer.
Okay, a follow-up question. Wouldn't you also see there a risk as a startup being dependent on one large customer? How would you try to address that?
Yeah, of course, that would be a risk. So we are trying to work with several customers. We already we participated in this Tire Technology Expo conference, and we got contacts with basically all tire manufacturers. And when we reached out to them with our proposition, I was surprised that we got interest from every kind of tire manufacturer. And we got calls with all R&D departments, and everyone wanted to test our material. So we sent out more than 30 samples, and they are testing. We are starting to receive feedback and advancing into next testing phase. And also this recovery from metallurgical waste, this is one stream, but we also work with chemical companies, with producers of catalysts, where they also have these broken catalysts or spent catalysts that they need to just landfill because they don't have processes to recover material. But we can recover materials from those spent and broken catalysts, and then sell back these recovered materials to the same company where we got this, let's say, waste stream. So we are working with several companies in the rubber industry, and we are targeting also different industries like rubber and chemical industry.
Rennis, follow on to Armin's question there. It seems like great opportunity to capture and create a circular system. I'm curious, back to that question of scale. It sounds like you're very, very early stage in terms of volumes that you can do right now. How quickly can you ramp up to do that growth that you're projecting? if you got letters from all of those manufacturers, how quickly can you scale?
Yeah, so that is now our main goal. We have qualified our material, let's say, and now we need to get to start to manufacture in ton scale so that we can start actually to supply them. And now we are raising this investment to build our first pilot plant, and we estimate this pilot plant to be around 200 tons per year by the end of next year. And then in another 2 years, 1 or 2 years, we would scale to an industrial site plant, and we estimate that the minimum volume for the industrial size plant would be 2,000 tons per year, and that is 0.1% of the market. And then it is just scaling up new industrial plants. And here the idea is that that we will build this first pilot plant, which we'll use as a demonstration plant. And when this process of material recovery is demonstrated to one metallurgical company, let's say, then we would create a joint venture company with this metallurgical one, and the metallurgical company can provide us bank warranties to install the industrial equipment, and the recovery plant would also be located on this metallurgical site, so that the recovery happens on their site, so they don't have to deal with this waste stream at all. And this allows us to scale with each metallurgical plant. We can make this joint venture business model, and this allows us to scale faster and also without additional equity investments.
Approximately how long would this process take? The one that you just described about needing to build the plant and then needing to work with another joint to create a joint venture. Approximately how long would you expect this to take?
So we estimate that we would build this pilot plant by the end of next year, and then I would estimate that the assembly and building an assembly of the first industrial plant maybe will take another 2 years, but then the next ones could be already faster.
What's the biggest risk you see in the business?
Well, for today, it is raising the seed round to get to this pilot plant so that we can actually start to supply, because we have these, you can say, big customers who need them in ton scale to supply. But for us, it is difficult to manufacture. Of course, we can do some in lab, some grams or maybe kilograms, but it is difficult to make tons. So now we have this to make this jump to the ton scale manufacturing, and then the next step would be probably to optimize, to further optimize our process, and try to reduce costs for our process so that we are more competitive with these virgin materials. But
How close are you on that cost side of things, or how far off are you? I guess you don't know because of scale, but do you perceive a lot of distance between current and yours?
No, our target is to provide savings also to our customers, to the rubber industry and so on. So when we speak about this chemical industry and this recovering from catalysts and selling back to catalyst manufacturers, there we estimate very good margins, because there we have a premium product which is highly activated, with high surface area. I don't know if that means something for you, but kind of that is premium product that we can recover and sell back to this industry. With rubber, it is a bit different, and we need to compete with commodity products. So we need to be price competitive. But the good thing is that thanks to this high activity of our product, the rubber industry is they can reduce consumption of this material. And thanks to the reduced consumption, we will provide also saving. Of course, per kilogram, our material is kind of more expensive, but thanks to that, you need to use it less, you can save.
What's the breakdown of the market size in terms of the high performance needs versus the low performance commodity needs?
So it depends on the industry. In the chemical industry, for catalysts, the use of high performance materials is higher, maybe 50-50, something like that. It also depends on the applications. For catalysts, they always use activated materials. For some adsorbents, they may use regular materials. But in the rubber, because of the cost, they mainly use these regular low performance materials, but something like 10% is this advanced materials.
But how big of that 7 billion a year pie is the advanced material, and how big of that is the commodity material, where you'll have more of a cost war?
Yeah, I would estimate like in the total market is like 10% is the advanced materials.
Have you gotten any LOIs or letters of intent from the rubber companies, tire manufacturers, etc.?
Yeah, so 4 companies have qualified our material. LOI we have from Yokohama, and from the chemical companies we have LOI with Lanxess and Arlanxio.
What are some of the requirements that your team needs to accomplish in order to execute on these contracts with Yokohama or Lexus?
So yeah, improving our team competencies is also one of the goals for this investment round. We would need an engineer, a chemical engineer, in our team who could help us with designing and of this pilot plant. And then we also are looking for the next would be also customer relations manager, that we would need help with this task as well, and another chemist in the lab to keep on improving what we do.
Do you guys currently have like a couple of candidates that you guys are eyeing right now, or what's like the biggest hurdle in terms of getting this team put together?
Yes, we are looking for talent, and yes, also we have some candidates for the chemists and so on. But now kind of. I'm not pushing this very strong forward, because now we need to secure the funding, and then we can hire additional team.